Well, hi there. Good evening. You're watching Blueprint Explosive Exclusive with me, Meghna Deka. Well, in a very progressive legislative development, the Himachal Pradesh Assembly today has unanimously passed a bill that raises the minimum marriageable age for women to 21 from the present 18 years. Now, the bill was introduced by Sukhwinder Sukhu-led government's minister, MLA Dhani Ram Shandil. Interestingly, it was passed unopposed, without any discussion, and will now go on to the governor for its approval. Now, amongst the reasons cited for the bill are the inability of girls to seek higher education and to avoid early pregnancy and as well as motherhood, which may adversely impact their health and prospects. However, in contrast to the bipartisan support which happened in Himachal Pradesh's assembly, a similar effort at the central level had drawn a very different response from the Congress party and several of those who were present in its alliance partners. In December, remember, 2021, then Union Minister of Women and Child Development Smriti Irani had introduced the Prohibition of Marriage Act, which was a bill in the Lok Sabha after the task force led by Jaya Jaitley had made the same recommendations to bring the minimum marriageable age to 21 years for women. Now, this bill introduction had been opposed. Just take a look at what had happened in the House when Smriti Irani in 2021 had opposed a similar bill in the Parliament, a central bill in the Parliament.
कि 19वीं शताब्दी में लड़कियों की शादी की उम्र 10 वर्ष थी। 1940 तक शादी की आयु को 12 से 14 किया गया। 78 में 15 साल तक की लड़कियों का ब्याह कर दिया गया। आज पहली बार इस अमेंडमेंट के माध्यम से महिला और पुरुष दोनों 21 साल की उम्र में समानता के अधिकार को देखते हुए शादी विवाह का अपना निर्णय ले सकते हैं।
Well, in fact, it was not only was there disruptive protest, as you could hear behind the then Union Minister Smriti Irani of the ongoing floor management, which clearly did fly out of the window. Smriti Irani was introducing this landmark bill. There were prominent leaders of the opposition. You can see some of them on your screens right now. They vehemently opposed the introduction of this bill for one reason or another and demanded it to be sent to a parliamentary standing committee, which it eventually was sent to. Watch what happened in December 2021 after this bill was introduced.
This is against right to freedom of under Article 19. An 18-year-old can choose a prime minister, can have a live-in relationship, can have a sexual relation under POSCO Act, but you are denying them right to marriage. What have you done for the 18-year-old? The women labor participant force in India is lower than Somalia. Your Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, 89% funds were used by Narendra Modi for his publicity. This is a retrogressive step. This should be taken back. This is against the 18-year-old. Thank you.
हम ये बिल इसका इंट्रोडक्शन का विरोध करता हूं क्योंकि 18 लॉ कमीशन में कंसल्टेशन पेपर जो रिफॉर्म्स ऑफ फैमिली लॉ है उसमें भी लिखा गया है दैट द लीगल एज फॉर majority should be recognized uniformly. 18 years should be recognized uniformly as the legal age for marriage for men and women alike. ये लॉ कमीशन का रिपोर्ट है। इस बिल के द्वारा विभिन्न पर्सनल लॉज इफेक्ट होंगे, इसलिए हम चाहते हैं कि ग्रेटर स्क्रूटिनी के लिए स्टैंडिंग कमेटी में भेजा जाना चाहिए।
The second or third time consecutively they aggressively bring in bills and nobody from the opposition is consulted. Whatever is discussed in the business advisory committee is never implemented on the floor of the house. So I first want to condemn this new practice this government is doing. They want a bill, the bill needs to be scrutinized, all stakeholders should be consulted, and then I think we must unanimously pass any reforms. If they are got to do with women, I think if you are trying to empower people, you must consult all stakeholders.
The introduction of the Prohibition of Child Marriage Amendment Bill 2021. As it is, I oppose the way in which the government has brought this bill in a hurry. This bill needs total discussion among all stakeholders. The minority people are totally opposed to this bill.
In fact, the parliamentary committee, however, had sought an extension after an extension, and then the bill eventually lapsed after the 17th Lok Sabha tenure ended just a few months ago, seemingly leaving the landmark reform as it would have been at the central level, having now become null and void after the lapse of the last Lok Sabha. Well, the Himachal bill's passage, however, now raises question marks over the opposition party's stance. The Congress in particular has hailed the move as being progressive, which it now clearly wasn't willing to do openly just 3 years back. Watch this.
Himachal government's decision is a very progressive decision. The women's health as well as women's ability to women's age of marrying is a decision which the girl must be allowed to take it, and for that their education to complete their graduation is the age limit of 21 will be very useful, because that's a progressive step with the Congress government has taken it, and Congress always stands with that kind of progressive steps.
Well, with that, there is some big breaking news which is coming in. Himachal BJP has now quipped. Of course, the BJP has backed this bill, but has now also asked, will this act also apply to Muslims? In fact, listen into the BJP if they are asking if this minimum age of girls, which now has been increased to 21 years, is also for other religions other than Hindus as well. Watch.
मुख्यमंत्री जी ने कहा था कि हिमाचल प्रदेश एक ऐसा राज्य है जहां 97% हिंदूवादी है। कहीं ऐसा तो नहीं कि केवल इस तरह के निर्णय केवल हिंदूवादी के लिए लिए जाते हैं? क्या ये जो 18 से 21 का जो विवाह का जो किया है, क्या इस पर राजी होंगे काजी? क्या ये केवल हिंदुओं के लिए ही है, या जो मुस्लिम पर्सनल लॉ बोर्ड है या शरीयत का जो कानून है उस पर भी इंप्लीमेंट होगा?
Well, let me go across to our panelists. Dr. Archana Thakur is joining us, the BJP spokesperson. Also joining us, Dr. Nikul Patel, a political analyst. I'm going to come to you first, Dr. Nikul Patel, because it's important. This is a very important conversation that we are happening today, because after all, this has been hailed as a very progressive step. In fact, one of the things which has been cited by the Himachal Pradesh minister while introducing this bill in the Himachal Assembly was that it enables girls to ensure that they get higher education and to avoid early pregnancy and motherhood, which may adversely impact their health as well as their prospects in life. Very, very admirable. My only question is, if Congress today wants to take such great steps and leaps to ensure the safety and well-being of the girl child, why did it oppose it in 2021 when the BJP at the centre wanted this bill?
Firstly, I would like to say that whatever step is taken by the Himachal Pradesh government, it is welcome, because if you see at 18 years of age, the girl is at 12th standard, and at 21, she might be completing her education in graduation. After she is, we can say that capable enough to take all, we can say that her career and everything. So we welcome it. Now regarding opposition in few years back, Bharatiya Janata Party wants to come with some amendment, and they were having the majority on the floor of the House. Why they have not been able to pass that bill, and why even if
they couldn't pass that bill because the BJP's opposition parties, which was you, as we just played out the bites, everyone opposed it. Because the Congress opposed it. You had Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, you had Gaurav Gogoi on the floor of the House. You just watched them stand up and oppose it.
They have not passed it. Secondly, if you see Himachal Pradesh man, he's telling that whether it will be for Muslims. I don't understand the thought process of Bharatiya Janata Party. Everything they want to correlate with Hindu and Muslim. It's really, if any law is there, then
we'll put that to the BJP. I am asking you, why did Gaurav Gogoi on the floor of the Lok Sabha stand up and oppose it? Why did Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary on the floor of the Lok Sabha stand up and oppose it if Congress was in favor of women development?
What? I didn't get your question.
I asked, why did Gaurav Gogoi, why did Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary refuse to accept this landmark judgment when the BJP wanted it at the centre?
The reasons for same, you have played it in your own clip. And if Bharatiya Janata Party had come with the bill, if they are not able to pass it, then it is their own failure. Now today, when
So you opposed it only because the BJP introduced it.
New into it.
Your opposition was to BJP, not the bill.
In the entire country, the age of 18 to 21 has been raised. Why there is a problem? I don't understand.
Dr. Nikul Patel, today the problem is this bill will only benefit girls in Himachal Pradesh and not those across India as it should have been. If only the Congress and other opposition parties had backed it. Why didn't you back it then in 2021?
That is a failure of Bharatiya Janata Party, not Congress.
Why didn't you back it then? Today the BJP and every party has supported your bill today in Himachal Pradesh's assembly. It went unopposed.
We welcome it. If they are supporting it, we welcome it today.
If only you had also backed welfare, isn't it, Dr. Archana Thakur? Today, at a time when Congress has the benefit of opposition parties being with it to pass this bill in Himachal Pradesh, it went unopposed. But when it come to the centre, I think the opposition was to BJP. The opposition was not for the reform.
Yeah, this is their practice. Like in 74th Independence Day, on that day, Modi ji already declared that the government is going to just raise the age of marriage of women from 18 to 21. So we welcome this decision, like in Himachal, that they have raised the age and they have implemented. They have made the law to raise the age. But you know, when it was passed, like the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act 2021, when it was passed like in Lok Sabha, then Congress, TMC, AI, MIM, NCP, DMK, BJD and Shiv Sena, they showed they were problematic for this bill. Now there are so many guarantees which have promised by Congress, like in Himachal. They have introduced OPS here, but they don't have sufficient money to give fulfill this facility to the the facilitators,
Yes.
but if they have given this, they have raised the age from 18 to 21, we welcome that. But they should have also, support the bill like in Lok Sabha.
I couldn't agree with you, Archana Thakur. However, here's the problem. As Nikul Patel is pointing out, isn't it the job of the BJP, the NDA सरकार to ensure floor management? खुद ही आप लोगों ने floor management नहीं कर पाए और उस वजह से this June that entire bill which was introduced in the Lok Sabha has lapsed. किसकी गलती थी?
Yes, even I want to say that there are so many, customs and traditions and culture of different, religions also. They are also an obstacle, like the personal law, which is Shariat in Muslim, that is Muslim personal law, Indian Christian Marriage Act 1972, Parsi Marriage and Divorce Act 1936, Application Act 1937, Special Marriage Act 1954, Hindu Marriage Act 1955, and Foreign Marriage Act 1969. They don't provide the equal minimum age for males and females. So we need to go through these, and we need to remove the problematic acts from these laws which are made by different these are obstacles, I think.
These are some of the obstacles. Dr. Nikul Patel, can you answer that pointed question? Will this law which is being pushed through in Himachal Pradesh, will it also encompass people from across the religious divides? Because had you today backed the central law, that would have been would have encompassed and superseded every other such law, personal law, which may be in place. What about the Himachal Pradesh one? The BJP is asking if this will also apply to non-Hindus.
Definitely, any law, when it is passed by the Legislative Assembly, it will be for everyone in the state. And secondly, if you say that Bharatiya Janata Party, when it was Article 370 amendment, I think they were able to pass it. Then why, if they are really interested in uplifting the age of the woman, why they are not able to do it? Secondly, whenever it comes to any law, they always try to bring Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai into the picture, and they want to do the appeasement politics. That is not correct. Today, when Congress government is coming with some law and it is in the larger interest of the women, they have supported us, and we are very
But Nikul Patel, the BJP is saying appeasement is by the Congress. That is the reason why in 2021 you didn't back the centre's bill. Is that the reason? Is appeasement the reason why you didn't back the centre's bill? As the BJP is alleged.
It was not an appeasement.
Then why did you stop it?
We didn't stop it. It was for a discussion.
The party's ideology couldn't have changed in 3 years.
The right way. I think Bharatiya Janata Party were not able to pass that bill. Even they are able to pass 370, they are able to pass triple talaq, but they were not interested in uplifting the women's age from
Dr. Archana Thakur, 370 आपको जब पास करवाना था आपने करवा दिया. Every other bill that you wanted to push through, you've pushed through. So the Congress is saying आप में तो political will नहीं था center में 2021 में to push this bill through.
I couldn't get your question because I was getting call from somebody. Okay. So can you repeat?
Yes, I was saying that the Congress is today saying BJP, the NDA government did not have the political will. Like Article 370, you could have bulldozed through this bill if you really wanted. BJP didn't want this bill to be passed in 2021.
Whenever good things come, Congress, they have this habit of opposing. And whenever the things get like online, so they always take the credit of it. So if we talk about 370 and 35A, that was introduced in, that was repealed from Jammu Kashmir. So it was a very good step, and Jammu Kashmiris, they are also like very happy after repealing this article from Constitution. They have the peaceful atmosphere is there. Everybody is enjoying that peace. So Congress is always like they are opposing the reforms which are or amendments which BJP is introducing like through bills or articles. So they have this habit. So I must say that Congress, they don't have their they don't have.
Okay. So is Rajniti the roadblock to reform? Is that what happened in 2021? Well, unfortunately, we'll have to wait and see if now, after Himachal Pradesh, there is a central law, because every girl child, every beti of Bharat certainly deserves this reform to be brought in. Thank you so much, Dr. Archana Thakur, for joining us, as well as Dr. Nikul Patel. With that, a short break. Don't go anywhere.